Hello YouTube. So I just had a crash out, and by just I mean like an hour ago before I got ready. Can you really see my makeup? I feel like you can't. The light is on, it made literally no difference. I'm ready. Okay, there's makeup on, I have jewelry on, I did perfume. We had to recover from the crash out somehow. So I just had a crash out where I spent maybe like an hour or two crying. And this was brought on by like just an epiphany that I had, and I felt like discussing that would be good for this YouTube channel. So in order to make up for how I was just feeling, I'm going to Silver Lake Ramen and we're gonna eat. I just want to eat. I just want to devour food. I just want to. I'm suffering with GERD problems right now, so it's advised that I have a big lunch. So I'm like, this is a great day to crash out because I want to eat everything. After I get around, I'm probably going to get dessert because I want to consume. Okay, so let's talk about how I've been feeling. So today I was actually supposed to take myself on a solo date. I had this whole plan. I was going to try out this new city I haven't been to, try out a new cafe, an art gallery. I had this whole thing. And when it came time to get ready to go, I didn't want to go. And I couldn't figure out why I didn't want to go. I felt like there was some deeper meaning there. And I don't have therapy today, so I decided to ask Claude because I needed to like sort this out. And Claude gave me some journaling prompts, and I wrote and I thought, and I figured out that the reason I didn't want to go on this solo date was because it felt like I was chasing a high that I used to get from going on solo dates that I just don't get anymore. Like, it felt like I was doing something I used to do that used to make me feel good to try and feel the way I used to feel, but I knew it wasn't going to make me feel that way, so I didn't want to do it because I just felt like I was going to leave and be disappointed, which I probably was. And, you know, through continued like just thinking and writing and processing, I realized that I need to grieve the life that I wanted to live that I don't get to live. And by that I mean, like, I'm 27, so that means I've passed 25 life milestone and I'm on my way to 30, and I've been trying to figure out how to be okay with turning 30 and not having anything that I wanted to have, and my 20s having basically not been what I wanted them to be. And I think, like, I've just realized part of that is gonna have to be letting it go, and not in the sense of like moving past it, because I kind of thought I'd let it go and I thought I'd moved past it and progressed to other things, but I haven't. So, like, I'll give you an example. If you think of like a man, I feel like a man who was, he played ball in like middle school, high school. He got onto a college team, was D1, playing whatever little sport, and then it came time for the draft season and he didn't get drafted. And he continued to go on to try. He, started networking to try and meet coaches and go to open auditions or open tryouts, and he tried to get drafted to play like internationally. He tried, and he just kept trying and trying, and the years passed and time moved and he never got drafted. And he would pivot. He would say, oh, well, maybe if I can't do it here, maybe I can play abroad. And oh, if I can't play abroad, maybe I should switch positions and stop trying to be like the position that I used to play. Or, maybe I tried talking to this coach, but maybe I need to talk to this coach. And I got a recruiter to talk to, so maybe now things will change. And he tried, but it never panned out. It never worked. And he is stuck dealing with the fact that he's older now. And he's not gonna get drafted. Like, you can't hustle hard, hustle, grind, set, mindset your way into being 22. Like, his time was there and it passed. He did everything that he was supposed to do and everything he knew how to do, and he gave it the very best that he could give it, and it didn't amount to anything. And that's how I've been feeling about my life. And I have to acknowledge it's a little bit different for me because I don't have this specific timeline on things. Like, one of my things is like, I thought I would be married by now, and that sort of has a timeline to it in the sense of like, getting married in my early to mid 20s is never going to happen. I'm never going to achieve that part of the dream and see that part of my life that I thought I was going to have come into fruition. It's just not possible. Time's already passed. But it's also like grieving that I've been trying. I put getting married, I put everything into it that I knew how to put into it. I gave it the best that I could give it. And through trying to do that, I have been forced to endure so much suffering. Like, it's one thing to date people and it not work out, but it's like, you date people, it doesn't work out, you're heartbroken. You meet people, they abuse you, you're traumatized. You go through so much, all to not end up married in the end anyway. Like, I could have just stayed home. I didn't have to talk to any of you. And like, yes, there's benefit from it. Yes, like, I have a better understanding of myself. I have higher standards, higher boundaries. I know more of what I want. La la la. But like, I think part of my grieving process is just being open and honest with how I feel and not having to like mitigate everything and not having to, oh well, people are dying, Kim, like it could be worse. And just accepting that like I tried and I didn't get what I wanted, and I'm sad about that. And like, marriage is one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is like my career. And with my career, this was one that I kind of thought I was over in a sense, but I'm not. Like, I've just pivoted and I've made it work for the moment, right? Like, I studied animation in college, and if you go back, you could see my college vlogs. I was, I learned art starting probably in elementary school, really got into it in middle school, took AP arts in high school, was always a top grade student, so, managed to go to school debt-free, was graduated from an animation program, top of my degree, top of my class, whatever, but I was never able to get an internship during school. No matter how many I applied to, no matter how many resume reviews I got from my professors, was never able to get it. And ultimately, when it came time, I was never able to get a job in the industry either. And I tried. I went to networking events and job fairs and whatever. Okay, bitch, I tried. And it just never worked out. And I chose to let it go. I chose to prioritize other things in life. Like, this idea of like, you don't fail until you quit. Technically true, but like, life is not so simple. Life is not so black and white, right? Like, I can sit here and manifest having my animation career, and like, if I keep trying, theoretically it could happen at some point. But you have to choose. Like, life is not so simple. And it got to a point where it was like, okay, do I want to keep pursuing animation, or do I want to pay my bills? Do I want to keep pursuing it on the side, or do I want to like enjoy my hobbies and my friends and other aspects of my life and use that time for things that are serving me so much more than chasing this is? And so I made my choices. And yes, it was a conscious decision of like, okay, I'm putting the pen down, I'm giving up, I'm letting go of animation, and I'm just going to take whatever career pays these bills, these high ass California bills. But it's also like, just because I chose the lesser of two evils, I guess, just because I chose to improve my life in these aspects, I still wanted something. And I still tried so hard for it for literally years. Like a decade, like years. And I still was not able to do it, and I'm sad about that. And I'm allowed to be sad about that. It's going to lead to a lot of days where I have a little crash out and then I go get some ramen, because a lot of my life, like basically all of my 20s, didn't go the way that I wanted it to go for various reasons. I'm not married, I don't live where I wanted to live, I don't have the relationships with people I wanted to have, I don't have the career that I wanted to have. There's so much that I gave my best effort and gave everything I knew how to give it and did everything right and followed life's path and was supposed to end up at a certain place, but I didn't. Like, a really, really small scale example of this, of like, yes, all of this feeling of like not having what I want is self-inflicted because I chose to let go of things. Yes, that's true, but also I'm still sad about it, and it's still not what I wanted. A really small scale example of this was when I was getting ready. I initially was going to wear a brown sweatsuit set because I just wanted to eat and be comfy and chill out, and I just wanted to wear my brown set. It's cute, it's simple, great. But then I look outside and I see that it's raining. And I don't know if you've ever worn sweatpants in the rain, but they get wet and the legs get wet, and then it's not comfy anymore. And now you're walking around. I kind of want McDonald's. I'm not gonna get it. I haven't had McDonald's in literally years, but like whenever I used to be depressed, girl, 2 McDoubles, a mocha frappe, small fry, and 2 cookies, okay? And just seeing McDonald's kind of like flashbacks. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I wanted to wear my brown sweatshirt, but wearing it would mean getting it wet in the rain and having to walk around in wet sweatpants, and that is not fun. That's not enjoyable. So I chose not to wear it, and I'm wearing a brown sweater and like pants and boots instead. And yes, that will keep me protected from the rain, but it's still not as comfortable as the brown sweatset I wanted to wear. And so I'm choosing what's working for me and like what's serving me, but I'm still giving up what I truly wanted and what I thought would work and what I thought would serve me. So I've just been feeling sadness today for all of the little aspects of life that I let go of, and all of who I thought I would be right now. Like, I've been feeling for the past couple of weeks that I just don't feel like myself. And I didn't know what I meant by that, because I'm still me and I'm still doing the same things. And it, like, a big one was like, I haven't wanted to travel in a while. I haven't wanted to take a trip. And I'm like, that's so not me. I used to travel all the time and it was so freeing and so adventurous. And I haven't wanted to. And I realized I haven't wanted to because I always travel alone. And I, for a long time, have wanted a partner or a friend to go with me. I just want someone that I chose for my life to come on a trip with me, and that has never happened. And I just am tired of going alone and pretending like that disappointment isn't there, because it is. And that solo date that I was supposed to go on today also didn't feel like me, because it wasn't me as I am right now. It was me trying to chase this past feeling of like when I used to feel slightly better about the situation. But what I really need to do is just grieve, just accept that life did not go the way that I wanted. Nothing went to plan. I didn't get like basically anything I was trying for. I think the only thing that I really, really wanted in my coming into my 20s that I actually achieved was moving to California. But even that came with caveats of like, I'm not in Glendale, I'm not in LA, I'm not living a city girl life, I sure as shit don't have an apartment. Like, even the dream came with all this compromise. And you know, in some ways I'm okay with it. No, I'm not. I feel like I should be okay with it, because again, like, my life is fine. Like, it's good enough. I pay my bills. I get to go eat ramen. Like, things could literally be so much worse. That's why I keep like harping on it. Like, it could be worse. But just because it could be worse doesn't mean it's the best that it could be. Just because it could be worse, it doesn't mean I'm not hurt. And that's what I'm grappling with today. And I'm going to continue to grapple with over time and talk to my therapist about and process. And I guess I just wanted to bring it to the internet because when I'm feeling this way, I like to watch videos of people who are sad, because I'm sad. And I'm just kind of always hoping that like they're gonna say something or do something that's gonna make me be like, oh, like that's what I'm sad about, or like that's what I need to do to not be sad. Like, that's the missing piece. And I'm thinking maybe this is the missing piece for some of the older Gen Z, younger millennial out there who are feeling like life just didn't pan out. And like, you can keep trying and you can keep getting better and things. Like, you know, your life isn't set. I'm 27, not, 87. Like, I still have time to make things happen, but it's still never going to be what I wanted it to be. My 20s are never, ever, ever going to have the opportunity to be what I was building towards and what I thought they would be. It's just not going to happen. And it's okay for me to be sad about that. Like, is this the life that I chose? Yes. Are there things I probably could have done to end up in a better situation? Yes. Like, my animation portfolio was as good as I could make it at the time, but if I kept improving and kept making it better over years and years and years, 5 years later, I would have a better portfolio and maybe I'd be able to get into studios. Yes. So I chose this, and I could have done things differently. I could have done things better. And I'm happy about what I chose, you know? I think about, there's certain things about working in animation that I don't think I would have liked anyway. And now that I'm older and I know more about myself and I know more about work, I know that like even that wouldn't have been exactly as it was in my head, wouldn't have been all that I had cracked it up to be. And it could be worse. Like, even knowing all of this, even knowing there's benefit to not getting everything the way that I thought I wanted it and to experiencing different things, even though all of that, I am still sad about it. And that's just gonna have to be part of the process. Like, I think I have to stop trying to find my pivot and just move on and make everything a conscious choice and be happy about everything and like just try and make it work. Like, I think for a while I just have to be sad that it didn't work. And like, I've been sad the whole time, but it's different to like be sad and then come out of it like, okay, yes, you know, I haven't found a best friend. I haven't found the relationship that I used to have. I haven't found somebody where, you know, we can just pull up at each other's houses unannounced and chill, or we just understand everything about each other and I can tell them anything and they can tell me anything and we're like soul sisters. I haven't found that, but that's okay. You know, the person that I used to have that with, I don't want that with them anymore. They were mean to me. It's not good for me to continue to be in that. And I'll find it when it's appropriate to find it. I can't force it. And I have good relationships with friends. Not that kind of relationship, but that's fine. Like, it's one thing to be sad and come out of it with a conclusion like that, and it's another thing to just be fucking sad. To just literally sob for 2 hours and then go eat ramen and continue to be sad and just put makeup on so you don't cry literally all day, but be open to just, yeah, like, I'm sad. My life is good, but it's not what I wanted. And I can keep making it better, but it'll never be what I wanted. And I'm allowed to grieve what I wanted. And I think maybe some of you guys need to as well. So yes, that is the breakthrough for today. That's what I've been thinking about. That's what I wanted to come on here and tell you guys about. I'm uploading on Jolly Note, JOLINOTE. I started a small business and I'm doing vlogs over there for that. So you can check out that YouTube channel if you want to see more consistent videos from me. But for now, this channel will just be a place to talk about my 20s and my thoughts whenever something strikes me. So let me know in the comments if you understand what I'm talking about or if you relate to this at all. And I am literally about to turn into my ramen place, so I'm gonna go stuff my face. And I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for listening to me. Goodbye.